So the next thing we're gonna make is our adorable fall little windsock. So grab that bag and everything you need for that. For this one, when I made it, I actually glued on my leaves first and let them dry just to make sure they're nice and secure. But we're gonna do it all in one step for now, just so you can see how I do it. So the first thing, of course, is glue on. So you already have your holes punched in. Decide where you want your leaves. I'm just gonna put the 2 on for now. And you don't need much glue, but you wanna make sure you do get on the edges because these have like little points and stuff just so that it stays. And you're gonna wanna use the white glue for this. I don't know, the glue stick might work, but we know for sure that the white glue is definitely strong enough. So get them on there, press them down really well. If you want to write or draw anything, this would be the time to do it. I did go back after with my marker and I put like the little leaf veins in there. Again, those kind of details are completely up to you. And then we're gonna let it dry for about 30 seconds. So fast forward 30 seconds. And then we are going to roll it. So what I did with mine, because I let it dry first, was I just rolled it a couple times to get that because the paper was hard because the glue was hard. And so just roll it up so that it knows that it's going to, and then I just put 1 strip across here. You will want your handy dandy clothespin to hold it. And you roll it up again. So get those 2 where you want them. You line them up by the paper. Just go ahead, put the edges, get those clipped. And then what I also did was I laid it on the table and I put my hand in and held down the middle for about 30 seconds. That way the whole thing will dry. It'll just stay longer and be better. So we're gonna do that. Once you have done that, and I left the clothespins on for quite a while till I made sure it's completely dry. But just to get this part, yeah, that was probably or you could hold it and do it like this. That might be better because the heat from your hands will help it dry just a little bit faster. And then you should have this, decide the lengths that you want. And again, I use the white glue just because it's paper. And paper to paper with white glue, it's like forever. So I just put a little bit on here, slapped it in there. And you could always make them longer as opposed to shorter because it's easier to cut. You can't make the paper grow. So you want to make them long, and then maybe once you hang it up, think, oh, that's too long, and then you can cut it down shorter. So just get those on there, wrap it around. And I didn't cut these with scissors. As you can see, it's not very even. I just cut, they rip really well. And that's not a bad thing because they're going to be windsocks, so they will be blowing. So then once you have your streamers glued on, the next thing you need to do is decide how long of a string. I gave you guys a pretty good chunk of string, but decide how you want to do it. Cut it to size. Let's see, and then you just tie it. Didn't cut my piece, of course. And then you just tie it in the holes. Double knot. I always double knot everything. Better safe than sorry. I have only done a single square knot before, and of course get up the next morning and it's on the floor. So we don't want that to happen, especially with paper, because paper can easily get destroyed. So you just loop it into both. It's going to be a little stubborn this morning. Do not hang it up till it's all dry on this one that I made yesterday. I did hang it up once I glued my streamers on, thinking, oh, they'll be fine, and let it glue. And then again, yeah, like I went away for 5 minutes and came down and all my streamers had fallen off. So keep it flat on the table or wherever you're doing it. And then once the glue is dried, then you can go and do it. So I have like a big blue spot right here that I didn't really notice when it was flat, that I would definitely put something in. Whether you draw, you can draw with markers, of course, because the markers don't need a flat surface, you know. Or maybe make another leaf out of construction paper, or I might just try to glue this one on just to give it a little bit more color, because yeah, like I said, I didn't really notice that big streak right there. So have fun. We finally have some fall weather, so you probably could put it outside when it's not raining, of course, because it is paper and the rain will ruin it, but it'll be really pretty to see it flowing.